information. Okay, now that's a G. 3 up is a G. But there's going to be so many clues that I'm going to show you on this that you will be amazed at what you didn't know if you're having problems reading the bass clef. And that is where most people, including me, I have a thing on here somewhere that I say, and this is the truth. If you gave me $1 billion to do what I do every day now, I could not do it if I worked on it for a month probably without. And I did it through apps like this. And this is a superior app to many because it continually does the same notes. And it not only that, it does a lot of cadences, and you can see where it's going. And so we'll go from there. Okay. And that's just my preference to follow a pattern. Okay, that's a G. We'll press a G and see if I'm right. 100%. Wow. That's a C. And let me show you something. That is not just a C here. If you were to go up in the treble clef and go 2 lines above in the ledger line area, you would definitely find that that is also a C. Now, there is another C, don't get that confused. This C right here, there's a second space C, because if you went, you would figure out you do C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You can do it by single notes. Okay, so also let me also show you that that is those for you that have not been following. That's an A, C, E, G. For those that know uh, music theory as far as chords go, that's an A minor 7. Okay, and the lines are G, B, D, F, A, and that's a G9 for those that know music theory and chords. But if you don't know that, we don't need to know that because all you got to remember is good boys do fine always. But I go with G, B, D, F, okay, G, B, D, F, A, and I say G, B, G, B, D, G, B, D, F, and G, B, D, F, A, okay, and A, C, E, G, Ace, G. Okay, I won't be dwelling on that. I'll say sometimes G, B, D, F, and I'll say Ace, G, or something like that. Okay, now that's a C. And middle C, there's a C on the second space, and there's a C on the first line in the ledger area, and that is middle C. Okay, middle C is the first, so it's 2 down here, so it's not exactly symmetric. Okay, uh, so this is a C. We'll put a C, and that right there is a D. And let me explain why that's so important. You're going to see them focus on D's and G's and B's. And you're going to see a lot of that. This right here is a gift. And I mean a real gift. You know that 2 spaces up is a D now. I want you to also notice that right in the middle is a D. And 2 spaces down is a D. So right there, you also, by knowing that, you know where C is, you know where D is, and E is. And you know it on the bottom also. Okay? It follows a little different pattern, but you got the idea. Always use as many helps as you can. Okay? So the first line up is a C, and that's a D. But remember, the D is your gift. Okay? And there's a couple other gifts in this too, and you'll be amazed. You'll know 4 minimum that you'll probably never forget. Okay? Because I'm gonna keep on going on it, and this app does too. That's a D. They will be doing a lot of D's. Okay? And that is a B. Okay? Something that you might want to notice is that this is a B, but the one at the very bottom, now that's an F also. Okay? Remember I was pointing it out that that's an F? Up at the that's a B at the top. So you actually have kind of a weird way you have a flatted fifth, and that's a tritone. From F to G is a tone, from G to A is a tone, and A to B. So you can think, that's kind of a way to think of it. I have another way to think about it, but FB, just remember FB if nothing else, okay? Because we're going to go through these, and I'll just keep on saying it, and something will stick to this. And also you can listen to some of my other ones, and I would guarantee you, I can't guarantee anything, but if you're really having trouble, these will help you tremendously. I wish I would have had somebody guide me through these things. That's an F. That's a G. How do we know that's a G? A, C, E, G. Ace, G. You can also think G, B, D, F, A and back yourself down to G. Okay? That's A, C, E, G. All cows eat grass if you need that. But let me tell you something. Once I went away from sayings, I increased, I'm not kidding you, I increased by a lot. A lot. I was probably 70%, 30% better, trying to be realistic about it. I was at least 30% better. Okay, that's a G. That's a G also. Notice that they're reinforcing the G. I like that. I like that. And also, if you notice that if you have G, you're going to have a C, E, G. So guess where C is? Middle C is right on that first line. And E is the next one up. So you have C, D, E, F, G right together. Okay? That's nice. So this is a G. I did put the G in there. Yeah, I already said G. Okay. And A, C, E, G. Oh, you have to do it again, I guess. And then don't think of that as a C, because just for a second I thought it was a C. I was thinking triple clef. A, C, E. You can see these. And take a guess on these. Okay. Now, I'm going to kind of not talk as much, but we're going to do ear training. Ear training on this, yeah, I don't even need to see the notes. I can just hear them. And when I get concentrating, okay, well, that's a D. Okay, we'll just say that's a D. That's a, what is that? That's an E. And I can do this on my piano. I won't have to do anything else. Kind of be in that area. That's an E. Okay. Now some of these I like where if you hit it again, it'll do the note again, but you just have to keep it in your memory. So that's an E. Okay. And notice it's right above where the D was, right? That's nice to know. Okay, so D, that two spaces out, top and bottom, and in the middle. And so that's an E. It's right above it. So there it is. And that's an A. A, C, E, G. Good to know. And then I do A. I can hear an A, and I go. It's functional ear training. Okay, I can hear all octaves. I don't have any special. Wasn't born like this. I've been playing forever, but I didn't have, you could hit this note. I know that's A, B, C. I know that's G, A, B, C. I know that's a D, C. I'm not looking. D, C, F, E, D, C. Okay, you don't need to know any more of that. Okay, so now let's try that with these actual notes here. Now, that's an A. So listen to the note as I hit it. Kind of look away because I'm not hitting an A. I'm hitting an A for the answer, but it gives that. I question them, could they change that? They're thinking about it. E, D, C, E, D, C. Everything from F in functional ear training wants to go, our Western ear hears F, E, D, C, and we hear G, A, B, C. There's a split there. That's E, D, C. Okay. And I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Let me turn this up. Okay, E, D, C. We're going to hit an E. And that's a B. That's your leading tone. That's this. That's a B. That is, if you ever heard it, that's your cadence. Now, sometime it'll go right to a C here. That's one of the things I like about this. It might do a G down below. It might do a B, but it's headed for a C. Okay, this is a G, and it's going down. G, and let's go F, B, D, C. That's what you could do in your mind. That's what I hear. And there we are. That is not a C. That's an E. I started to say that was a C. And it didn't sound like it. There was something wrong. Okay? So this is a E. Okay? So now let's put an E. That's an F. Remember F, the bottom? The top is a B. FB. Okay? It's what they call it. It's kind of like The Simpsons. Okay? But it's an F. Let's put F. The cadence, that's your G. Okay? And I put it where it's supposed to be that time. Okay? As far as the piano. And then I'll say a G. That's a C. 2 lines up in this is an E. 2 lines down is a C. Now that's going to take a while to get there. Just think the bottom is C and for 2 lines, and it's 1 line up, middle C there, and you go from there. Okay? So this is a C all day long. And let's hit it. Okay. It's there. Here we go. C. G. Cadence. F. And it's here. B. And possibly going to go to C. And this is the way I hear this. I can be here. As long as I can hear that. It sounds, especially if I hit it slow. Okay? So that's a B. We're at 100%. And that's your D. That's your gift. You got to keep it. If you you don't remember anything else, remember the D is in the middle. And the top, treble clef, it's B. But this is your gift for the bass clef. The bass clef guy, I'm just trying to get this in you. He says, I'm for D for down. I don't know. I'm making something up as I go. Okay? So D. Okay? I don't have anything for treble. Okay? So D. That's your, and 2 lines above, and 2 spaces above, not lines. 2 spaces. This is symmetric about that note because there's 5 letters. 5 lines, and they're able to get something in the middle. And if you go back out, you're going to continue, and you're going to get to the same point. I don't know exactly why it works, but it works. I don't know why it works. Okay, because it goes D, C, okay, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D. It's using total different things, but it ends up with D. Don't know why it goes D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and it comes with those other. That doesn't make any sense to me. But take a gift. As they say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So this is a D, and it's on the down area. Okay, D. Down being the bass clef. Okay, it's called the F clef. We're going to go over Y in just a little bit. Okay, D. 100%. Okay, on the bottom, you've got a little bit of gift. That's C. On the treble, 2 lines above the treble is a C also. So that's good to know too. Okay. And any time you see a C, you can think, okay, what about if I didn't know that GBDFA, or good boys do fine always. You can also think that that's CEG. Okay, but we're only doing with C. Now this one here is C, and there's a D. It's going back and forth, and a D up there. That's nice, isn't it? You're reinforcing it. That D is the gift. Remember, 2 spaces out, top and bottom. And then I'm going to show you something real soon. I hope it catches it. Okay? So, D. We're going to put D. And C. And I'm going to go ahead and change my octaves because I'm going to need it on my piano. Just bear with me just for a second. I'm going to go function. This is Casio CTK49. Great instrument. I am not playing on it with a sustain pedal, and that's throwing things off. Okay, now I transferred things down so we can get that A. It's going to be using that in a minute. So that's a D. That's a D. I'm hitting it the wrong spot on the piano, but that's the D it's looking for. Okay? And now that's a D. Let's go ahead and hit it. And we just went to middle C. And I think this would be middle C here. Okay, I had to move my finger position on that. C. Okay, that's C. And we just confirmed it. Okay, that's got to be an A. How do I know that? A, B, C. And you want to look at things too. You remember I said A, C, E, G for those that know chord theory? Okay, that right there is an A, C, E, G if you follow the lines up. Okay, because you end up with G. That's another thing that's going to, everything you're going to know. Okay, I know where C is, I know where A is. Okay, I can also go C, B, A. That'll be one way, but you don't have time to do that when you're reading music. Okay, but I see that and I go like 4 spaces up from an A, 4 spaces down from a G would be like this, hitting the G. So that's an A minor. If I did those notes, so that proves that that's an A. And let's do it. 100%. And that's an A there also. That's nice that they did that. Okay. Okay. That's an A. Let's put an A. And that's right below, more or less, that's got to be a B. How do I know that? Well, look on your piano and skip to D. I mean to B. That's a B. That's a G. 3. 3 is G. Now, you can't think of that way because 3 is not G in every. You can say, am I going down or up? Just think 3G for time being on this lesson. And then you'll get the idea of 3G. Okay? 3rd generation. There's no real answer to it, but it's 3G. Remember I said that top line is an A. Okay, the next one is B, so the next one is C. So you have C, E, G for the chord. That's just different ways of looking at it. There's like a lot of ways to look at it. So this is a G. 100%. That's a G also. It's confirming that to you. And that is a B. That's the leading tone. It's part of the G chord. Okay. Now, how if I didn't know what that was? Sure. Good boys. Or GBDFA. And just say GB. So that's a G, B. And we're going to go with B. And I can actually hear these notes. Okay? I hear that going down. E, D, C. Okay? So that's an E. I don't have to look at these notes. I really don't. And that da 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 da, all octaves the same. Okay. So the next one is, what is that? That's a D. And there we came to a C, and that's middle C, and that's right here.